Alrighty, so this video is on methods for exponents. So when I'm talking about methods, I'm talking about things like strategies when you get stuck, starting points for where you don't know where to go, or where to how to even start a problem, and ways that you can check your work and really think to yourself like, what is my answer appropriate and does it make sense? So some steps to solve. Number one, you're going to read the problem. First thing, I know it seems a little unnecessary to include, but um, it is so important that we are reading the problem fully and understanding what is it that's being asked of us, what area of our notes does this relate to, what area of what we've been learning about does this relate to. Okay. Next, read your notes. And I say read, not just look at, right? It is important that we're reading through what do I have written down? What clues do I have that are already given to me that can help me through this? Okay. So reading, not just looking at, but truly reading all the information you already have for yourself. And then write everything you know on the topic. So when we're talking specifically about this strategy with exponents, if you look at the problem and you see that there's a multiplication of two things with the same base, and you look at your notes and you say, hey, that's power rule, right? Or product rule, write down that it's product rule. If you know that whenever there is a 0 as an exponent, it's going to equal 1, give yourself a little note of that. Write yourself little notes to help get that information that's up in your brain onto paper so you can use it. Oh goodness, what have I done? And then label key pieces of the problem, right? Look at the problem and label those key pieces that you think are really going to be important. So label or circle or highlight where is that product rule happening, or that power rule, or an exponent of 0, or a negative exponent. Making physical marks on your paper to guide through each piece. So now I want you to take a minute and think about the product rule. Specifically, what are we looking for when we see the product rule? Or when might we need to use the product rule? What is it in a problem that we look for? You can look at your notes or you can ask the people around you. So pause the video if you need to, and you can have a discussion with the people around you if you're sitting with other people on what do I look for if I want to use the product rule, and what do I have to keep in mind? You're going to do the same thing for the quotient rule, for the power rule, for the 0 rule, and for the negative rule. Okay, look at your notes on each of these sections.